Hey, we've got a beautiful July day up here on the Spanish River at Blue Heron Resort, and I'll tell you, a little bit of a breeze. We're talking perfect temperatures. It's probably about 70 some odd degrees. You gotta like it, and we're gonna go bass fishing. You know, the bass fishing up here is pretty well untapped, so I'm gonna go explore some of the areas out of Blue Heron Resort and see what I can catch today. Should be a lot of fun. Glad you could join me. Wow. That is a fish of a lifetime. Go, boy. Wow, that thing is a monster. They fight hard, don't they?
Look at that magnificent fish.
Look at the size of that fish.
There he is again.
The color is incredible. Oh, there we go.
The Real Fishing Show with Bob Azumi.
Big old Great Lakes smallmouth. That is a big rainbow trout, Chris. Nice double header.
Whoa, nice jump.
Yeah. All right. That is a monster smallmouth. Man, that is so cool. Another one, there we go. The biggest pike I've ever caught. Look at that chunk. So that's what we're talking about.
Real Fishing is sponsored by Mercury, Go Boldly, Berkeley, Catch More Fish, and Abu Garcia for life.
On the Real Fishing Show, we make catching fish like this a possibility. Yeah. Oh, not too shabby. My first drop with this flatworm. It's a great drop shot bait. I just dropped down below the boat here. I got the trolling motor on anchor, and I'll tell you what, this is a big smallmouth. This is not a bad way to start my little fishing excursion out of Blue Heron Resort. Oh, that's a big one right there. That's a trophy smallmouth. First drop. Got the net handy. This is cool. This net here has got a little keeper on it. So I can just pull this keeper off there. Now I got the net ready. And, whoa. Oh yeah. Check this baby out. Whoa. That is a big smallmouth to start the day off right there, folks. And this is where long needle nose come into play when, you know, the fish takes it deep like that. Thing is, with these baits, they're gonna try to eat it. And that color there is goby. And that bait there is like the drop shot bait. It's a new introduction and a little goby colored flatworm. Whoa. That thing just hammered this bait as soon as I dropped it down. That's a heavy fish too. Well, let's get her back in the water. Look at that thing. That is a big smallmouth. See you later, buddy. Now that's how you start a trip. What I'm doing is I'm exploring today up here, and I'm fishing some of the areas around the Spanish River and outside, you know, in some of the big water, and I'm just jumping around, just looking at the mapping to see what I see that looks interesting. And this is literally the first stop I made. Life doesn't get much better than that. Whoa! Acrobatic smallmouth. That is so cool. I was running the trolling motor on high, and all of a sudden, marked the fish, so I cast behind the boat. Oh, here it comes. Oh, it's got a follower. There's one behind it too. Oh yeah, that's cool. There's one right behind it wanting the bait. Maybe I can, oh, it's a bigger one. Oh, much bigger. Oh, there's two more behind. Oh, that's a good one there. I better put the anchor mode on. Get this one in, then I'll drop back. Better drop a drop shot down, see if I can catch one of the others. Look at that. That is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna lift this one in. the other one could eat this. It's double the size of this thing at least. It might even be bigger. It might be like a 5-pounder that's following it. It ate the old war pig. Little fat chunk, but here, let's get this drop shot down, see what happens. Let's see if they're hanging around here. This is so cool on electric motors now with, oh, there, it's still there. Got it. Oh, that's big, that's big. You know, with this anchor mode on the electrics, it's amazing because you can hold even in the roughest of conditions. I got a good wind coming out of the northwest right now. And oh, this is a trophy. This is big. This is a big smallmouth. Just move this over here. You gotta love it. One of the things about a drop shot rig like I'm using, it's a great follow-up deal. When you want to bait, like used to be, we used to drop a tube down, which is always a cool follow-up bait. But this thing here, drop shot can be good. Okay, we got to get this thing in. Oh, that's a big old smallmouth. Got battle scars on him. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whoa. That has got personality, that fish. Look, look at that. Oh, now here's what a nice soft drop shot rod does. I'm gonna show you something. That's a barbed hook, but look, just popped out. So keeping the pressure on that fish was key. And I love it when I say personality fish, this one's got that battle scar on it. It's obviously an old fish. You know what? This is incredible. I've always wanted to bass fish up here, and this is the first time in this particular area I've bass fished. Fished the walleyes. Of course, the walleye fishing up here is really good. But when it comes to bass fishing, I don't believe a lot of folks are doing it. Oh, get back here. Oh, there he goes. So there was two following it. The bigger one hit the drop shot rig as a follow-up bait. You gotta like that. Hey folks, stay tuned. We'll be right back fishing up here in the Algoma district of Northern Ontario at Blue Heron Resort.
Coming up.
Oh wow, it's spitting up crayfish and all kinds of things.
Let's take a look down under with this week's Fish Eye View, sponsored by Mercury. Go boldly. Ideal times for filming steelhead are far and few between, often years apart. Unlike productive fishing conditions, underwater camera work demands clear water and cooperative fish, two things that seldom go hand in hand. Last year, we lucked out big time. We encountered an absolute motherlode of winter steelhead on one of the most heavily fished rivers in Ontario. Because they were totally undisturbed, we enjoyed 2 weeks of incredible filming. After a few days, they accepted our underwater housing as one of their own. Experimenting with a variety of baits, we couldn't help notice that crappie jigs were a big hit. Even with roe, however, the fish would eventually figure us out and shut down. The best thing to do at this point? Take a break. Give steelhead a 30-minute rest, and they're ready for more action. The real secret to all this success was a result of locating fish in overlooked and difficult-to-access spots. In this case, a network of boulders and tree roots that others avoid. Doing some legwork also helps. Put yourself as far as possible from competition, and you can experience remarkable things.
There we go. What have we got on here? Oh, Mr. Pike. That's why. Wasn't fighting like a bass. He was fighting like a little pike. Mr. Handle. Commonly called hammer handle because he's about the size of a hammer handle. And just a little pike. You know, a lot of folks like to eat pike. Some guys say that they're better in walleye. Some say you can't tell the difference between a walleye and a pike if you fillet them and cook them in batter and stuff like that. But Hey, out of this cold water, I'm sure they'd be pretty good. Oh, this one here's got, whoa, a little bit more meat to it. Grab the net. Get over here. There we go. That's some pretty quick pike action. One thing is, long nose, needle nose pliers are essential for these toothy critters if you know, if you're fishing for them. Now the bait just fell out, which is nice, but it's a nice little, that's an axe handle, not a hammer handle. You know, the thing about a lipless crankbait like I'm using here, I'm just fishing here in water that I've never fished before. So I like to have a number of rods rigged up just to sort of play the odds and cover the water. When it comes to covering water, there's no question that a lipless crankbait like this is a war pig. Just a vibrating, rattling, lipless bait like this catches a lot of fish. Doesn't matter if it's bass or pike or whatever, this thing makes a lot of rattle and just attracts the fish. Whoa, oh, there's another follower. There's another follower in there. I just put it on anchor mode with the electric. So this one here hit that lipless crankbait again. And sure enough, right under it was a bigger fish, darker one. And that's one of the cool things about it is, once again, you know, polarized glasses, you can see what's down there. As soon as this one came up to the surface, I saw a bigger one hovering under it. So what I'll do is I'll net this and I'll drop the drop shot rod. Oh wow, it's spitting up crayfish and all kinds of things. Orange, it's spitting up some orange stuff down there. Oh, there's the other one following it right there. They love to have buddies, especially when you get into this sort of late July, you know, and after the post-spawn period and they get into that summer pattern, they get more into the buddy program and they start hanging out with some again. There we go. So one behind it was much bigger than this one, but certainly an acrobatic little fish, that's for sure. It wasn't going anywhere. This thing is hooked well. There we are. Look at that. Now I wonder if I drop down with the drop shot right now, I wonder if that other fish will hit. This will be interesting. Okay, let's see. Let's just see. I'm gonna say probably not, because it's probably just swam off now that his buddy's been caught, but you never know. They sometimes hang right under the boat. Okay, I'm not feeling it right now. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Some more real fishing up here, just near the Spanish River after this.
Coming up.
Look at that. So he was under the boat the whole time. Whoa! Look at that. So he was under the boat the whole time. Whoa! So I reeled up on this side of the boat, lowered on this side of the boat, and bango, his buddy hit. I like it when they travel in pairs like that. Oh, that's a nicer one. Yeah, so it is bigger than the other one. It's definitely the other fish that I saw. Look at that. Gosh, I love it out here. This is so nice. You know, it's just so many places you can fish. It really is endless where you can fish. Okay. Oh, that's funny. You got to see what it just spit up in the net. This is pretty cool. So I can see why that crankbait worked. Okay, that crankbait is a crawdad colored crankbait, right? And there's a crayfish, it just spit up, that's in the net. So it's still alive. So it just spit up this crayfish, and the crayfish is still alive. So it was chomping crayfish, ate this little black flatworm. Its buddy ate a crawdad colored lipless crankbait. So we're talking about a regular buffet here. A little bit of everything. Awesome. That's pretty cool. Wow. I don't think I've ever had them spit up a live one before. Okay, we'll put the crayfish back. See you later, buddy. Doesn't get much better than that. Come on, Mr. Pike. Come on in here, baby. Big old pike. Oh yeah. Look at that thing. Oh yeah, nice one. Oh. Better get away from the rocks here. He's a thumping. Yeah, that pike there's got a little bit more size to it. Oh. Get over here, buddy. Get over here. Whoa. There we go. One thing about, they can't swim backwards, fish. At least pike can. Oh, the hook just pulled out. Oh yeah, it's a nice one. Man. Look at that. All right. That's not a little bad northern pike. You know, that's the cool thing about it. You know, you come bass fishing, but you're always going to catch some bonus pike up here. You know, around the Spanish River and all the big water around it. I mean, there's just a good population of northern pike, and it's one of those bonus fish. You just, especially in these warmer summer months, just put a big old lipless rattling crankbait on, and next thing you know, Bob's your uncle. Okay, baby. Get back in. All right. That nice cold water. Here it goes right now. Watch this. See ya. All righty. A short day of fishing up here and just action for the whole time. How good is that?
Coming up.
Look at that thing.
The Blue Heron Resort is 5 hours north of Toronto, 2 hours east of Sault Ste. Marie. We like to think that we're secluded without being remote. It's an easy drive. We're the only resort on this section of the Spanish River. We have every kind of fish species the angler could want. Walleye is extremely prevalent. Bass and pike are always available all season in the river. And we have the elusive muskie, sturgeons, and in the springtime, some little bays right off the river, we enjoy some crappie.
Oh my, you won't believe that. This is a monster smallmouth, and there's another one following it. I can't believe how big this thing is. This thing is a giant. You won't believe. I thought it was a pike at first, and this is where if I had somebody with me, they'd drop down and they could catch the other one too. This one here is definitely a giant smallmouth. There's the other one right under it. That is absolutely so neat to see his buddy following. Okay, here, you gotta look down here and you'll just see the one right underneath it. Doesn't want to leave it. Look at that. That is a big one. The follower's down there. Okay. Come on up. Look at, it's right underneath it. Come on, baby. Oh, oh, man. Oh, wow. That is a giant right there. Oh, man. Pull this little crankbait out. Oh, look at that thing. And you know what? That's what fishing up here is all about, is catching big trophy smallmouth bass. You've got walleye up here, pike, you know, just multi-species of fish to fish for. And you know, when I was talking to the folks at Blue Heron Resort, they said a lot of their guests come up here and they like the walleye fishing in the early spring. But truth be known, I love my bass fishing, and coming up here in the summer, you know, and when some of the folks aren't up here for the walleyes, this is what you can get right here. All right, get this baby back in the water. See you later, bud. Oh man, what a monster. And once again, matching the hatch, you know, throwing a lipless crankbait around, and catching big smallmouth like that on a lipless crankbait's fun. Now that one there, he didn't want to jump any. Obviously, he was just too big and fat or old to jump, but boy, that thing had a follower that was the same size, so there was two in that 5-pound category. I'm just gonna drop the drop shot down just in case his buddy's still there, but I'll tell you what, this is as good as it gets right here. Oh, 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 oh. I got its mate. You believe that? I can't, whoa. I can't believe that its mate just hit. Now this is like coming to smallmouth heaven right now. And to actually catch a big one like that on a crankbait and drop a little drop shot bait in, like this little Maxent flatworm right down in first drop. Oh, look at the size of this fish. This is like carbon copy. I don't know, it might even be bigger than the other one. I'm not sure. Oh, he came off. Just came off. I horsed it too much. And you know what? That happens when the adrenaline's going, but that was all of 5+ pounds as well. The 1-2 punch. Get them on a fast moving bait and drop down and hit them in the face to catch their buddies with a slow moving bait. That's pretty darn good, folks. Whew. Help me. Have I died and gone to heaven? I might have.
Real Fishing was sponsored by Mercury, Go Boldly, Berkeley, Catch More Fish, and Abu Garcia for life.
Well, that thing's got some weight to it. Size of that puppy right there. That is just wild.
Man.
Beautiful, beautiful. Look at the size of that thing.